The Toronto Maple Leafs are up 2-0 against the Florida Panthers. They have done their job. Their job was to win their two at home. This series is far from over, Panther fans and Leafs fans, because the Panthers now have to go home and win their two. You got to turn this game into a 3-game series if you're Florida, and then steal one on the road. But today, it's going to be a little bit more about the Leafs, because the Leafs have executed their game plan twice quite well. And it's got to be fantastic for the big four, Nylander, Marner, and co. to get that monkey off their back, as they say, and put in some big goals in a big game in a heated rivalry with Brad Marchand and the Florida Panthers. It was also another big body game. 41 hits for the Leafs, 39 hits for the Panthers. Shots on goal limited, 20 shots for the Toronto Maple Leafs. But I said it in the series preview. If the big four for Toronto can make it count, goals will go in and they can win off the back of the core four with the depth that they added in the Craig Berube system. And this wasn't a game that Florida didn't execute. They scored first quickly. They got Toronto off their game. Marchand was all over the place. I told you guys Marchand was going to be the key to this series for Florida. So far, he's holding up his end of the bargain, but Toronto is doing what they need to make sure they stay ahead of the Rats. Goal number 1 is going to come off a power play here, and it's going to be Barkov from Jones. Barkov's a face-off Maverick. I have no idea, if you ask me, what happens, why guys get kicked out or don't get kicked out. You go down below, let me know in the comments. I can't figure out face-offs. I've been in this game for 35 years, and it's just simply a quick little draw right through. But what you see is how they adapt to the play. Barkov's moving over to there. We're going in front of the net. And the big critical piece is no one gets out to the point. So unfortunately for Toronto, I don't see anyone getting out to the point quick enough. They move it to the top. They take away a bit of that gap. Puck goes down to the shooter side. Bang, the puck's in the back of the net. Now, this was a great job done by Florida here. Seth Jones walking the line. He's an absolutely offensive powerhouse. Marner did his job. He came out to here, and this isn't a failing of the Leafs. This is just how they're running their penalty kill. Austin Matthews doesn't come out to the shooter side. They lose the draw. He automatically retreats to the middle of the ice, which is here. I don't necessarily love that, but who am I? I'm not Craig Berube. When you lose the draw here, what I would prefer to see is I would prefer to see two guys getting out to the point right away, but that isn't how the Leafs play hockey, and it just leaves them susceptible to this shot that beats Woll. Now, this is the point in the game. If you're the Maple Leafs of the past, you probably pack up your tent and fold. But Pacioretty, big playoff experience, big playoff guy. He's been an absolute unsung hero for the Leafs. I don't think he gets talked about enough on this goal. So it's Domi, it's McMahon. They're in. It's a heavy, it's an aggressive line. Nobody wants to get hit by these two guys at the exact same time. It's a 2-1-2, so the two guys going in, 2 men on the body, number 1 on the loose puck. It's quick little rim around the boards up to the top, simple little throw in, and now the Leafs have an opportunity to get set up. So really good zone entry, way to keep control if you're Toronto, and this is how you have to answer back, especially on the power play. Power play unit 2, back to Rielly, and I don't think enough defensemen just do this. You get the puck on your stick, and you fire it. Like, what are we overthinking here? Sometimes on power plays, you just got to shoot the puck. Patches still has it in him. I mean, absolutely unbelievable tip that beats Bobrovsky high. And they've gone ahead and they've tied the game. But you know what? Florida's a chill team, right? Yeah, super chill. They win that draw. They move it up the half wall here. It's very difficult. I think people underestimate how hard it is to make that play up the wall and then win the battle here. Tavares and Carlo, I think, got to play a bit better gap. I mean, they are between the net and the man, so they're on the right side of the puck, but I don't think you can give a freebie into the zone this way. As they dump it in, it's the man, Brad Marchand, on the puck. Marchie here, you can always see he's always ready to whack a stick. He's very aggressive, and he's very good at taking angles. So he's going to take this angle. He's going to cut off all of the ice that Toronto has to skate with. And this is the problem that Marchand poses on that third line. Look, quick little whack. And he forces him to rush it. They did not need to rush that puck, but they do. The puck ends up turning over. It's Lusteranian. Look, I know I said E2's name wrong. But that puck's going to go down low, and Lundell is going to leave it beautifully here for Marchand. Marchand can stick handle in a phone booth, which he does. This is incredibly high skill. Look at the speed he's able to do this with. I mean, there is stick on puck here. You're in a little bit of trouble if you're falling backwards like they are there, but he steps in, pulls it to the backhand, beats Woll up high. And once again, we're at another test for the Toronto Maple Leafs. You've just been punched in the mouth. Are you going to punch them back? Mike Tyson said everybody's got a plan till they get punched in the face. Well, older Mike Tyson said, yeah, and sometimes they punch you back. And personally, I don't think there's anybody better to punch you in the back of the face than Willie Nylander if you're the Leafs. Kachuk, giveaway here, shovels it to the middle of the ice. This is why we don't want to shovel pucks to the middle of the ice. We say throw pucks on net. If this is me, I don't know if I'm going in here. I'm probably making a pro curl towards the boards and I'm holding control of the puck. But then again, it looks like he has a lane, just a really nice reach in there to take that puck away. You always have to anticipate guys able to reach in there. That puck gets by everybody. The Leafs are gone. It's the Leafs' speed here on the transition game. And this is what the transition game means, folks. If you haven't done it before, transition game is simply when you don't have the puck to having the puck specifically in the neutral zone or from your own end. Now you're on the attack. And who's driving that? Well, it's Pacioretty. It's Patches, of course. He's going to bring Seth Jones over to his side, and I like this play by Seth Jones here. I mean, I don't think you can just sit in the middle and let a guy like Patches just shoot. You've got to go ahead and make a choice, shot or pass, and it looks like he's going to take the shot, which means he's going to leave the pass for Bobrovsky. I don't know if they're yelling at each other to communicate this or not, but usually you'll hear your goalie screaming about it. The back check isn't good enough, and Willie Nylander is just simply too skilled. Take a look at his right skate. Puck comes in, bang, right off his right skate. Unbelievable pass, very highly skilled. Angles that, flipping in the midair, bang, puts it in the back of the net. Unguardable, undefendable. That's just skill winning out. So now you're the Leafs. And as the Leafs, it's 2-2. And the history should say at this point, Florida's got you right where they want you. If I'm the Panthers or Panther fan, I'm thinking, yeah, on the road, 3 minutes left in the second. We got you where you want to. But Toronto answers back, and there's a little bit of a different swagger here. We're on the transition again. We leave the zone, no problem. We skate it up, and take a look at Scott Laughton. I mean, what a nice ad at the deadline. It's this stick play. I never seen this kind of aggressiveness from the Leafs until this year. Laughton is a nice addition. There's a lot of extra guys that are aggressive. But I love that he comes in, whack, big chop. Should that be a penalty? Sure, everything can be a penalty, but in the playoffs, nothing's a penalty. That allows the puck to move freely over here to Morgan Rielly. They're going to slash through the middle, and it's just, again, the same thing that you saw before. Florida is going to commit to the shot. They're going to give away the pass, so this might be a tactic or a setup by the Florida Panthers at this point in time. It moves over. We talk about this play all the time. If you guys haven't heard of it before, this is the Royal Road. It's an invisible line that separates the left side and the right side from the ice. And if you cross it, you got a great chance to score. That puck crosses the Royal Road, and he doesn't miss. It's bar down ski. Maybe it didn't hit the bar, but it's top left corner, and it's an absolutely sick shot. And now you're thinking, there's some swagger here. That's a 3rd/4th line goal. That's Lorentz. That's Domi. This isn't the top line players. Yeah, it's assisted by Morgan Rielly, but that's a really nice goal, and all these goals are going in high and above the shoulder. It is critical when you shoot pucks in the playoffs to get it high. Yes, low shots and tips and that work, but I really like, if you're going to make a tip, to tip to the upper corner, and I really like shooting high in the playoffs. Goalies tend to shrink just a little bit. They have nerves just like the rest of us. We go into period 3, and it's Lundell here that's going to answer back. So it's a dump in. We talk about these all the time. It's cross ice dump in. We want to get it into this corner. Brad Marchand is going to hound this puck as he goes in. And is this a little bit of interference? Maybe, maybe not. It's one of those right on the border, right within the rules. This is how you win in the playoffs. Brad Marchand is one of the best at it in the world. So he ends up cutting it off. The puck moves around, leaves it. Florida's the first one on it. Lundell throws it right at the net, but it doesn't go in. It's Aaron Ekblad, though, that is on the puck here. Ekblad picks it up, fires it over, and Lundell, and his absolutely unbelievable skill, very highly skilled centerman, kicks it up off his feet. It crosses that Royal Road we talked about. Woll has no chance. Nobody can believe it got in. And once again, just like I said about the Leafs, that is just skill. There's not much you can do about that. If you're Oliver Ekman-Larsson, you got to have some eyes in the back of your head. If we go back here to the screen cap, you can't let guys just sneak in behind you like this. I understand what he's doing. He's getting between the puck and his man over here, but you got to be aware of the guy coming in back door. You got to be aware. That's funny. You can comment down below if you caught that one. Woo! Good times. Hey, before we get into the game-breaking goal, I want to thank all you Leafs and Panther fans for being here. You're fantastic. Can you drop a like down below to help me out? Quick subscribe if you haven't before. I mean, if you haven't subscribed yet, you've seen a few videos, what are you doing? It's free. Help me out. It really goes a long way to supporting the channel. Drop a comment below as well. You want to chat with me? I got a Discord link. And if you really want to go above and beyond and support me, absolutely zero pressure. You can buy me a coffee down below. The link is there. Once again, zero pressure on that. All I ask for is that you keep watching my videos and you drop a like. It really helps share the videos with other people so YouTube knows how to find them and who to share them with. Sometimes in the playoffs, there's absolutely nothing to break down. The puck goes to the corner. Mitch Marner picks up an errant puck. This should not be dangerous. Florida's in fine position, and he just throws one on net. I love that he did this. Every now and then, you just got to throw one on net. It beats Bobrovsky. Marner gets the game-winning goal. And this is what you pay this guy for. I get it's not the sick, skilled Marner goal everybody's expecting, but who cares? In the playoffs, they all count. And sometimes I think players get into their own head, especially the new generation of talent. They're always looking for the perfect play, the perfect setup. Screw that. Put pucks on net and beat them. That's how Florida has won a Stanley Cup. That's how Florida has now been to 2 back-to-back Stanley Cups, winning one. Throwing junk on net, hitting guys, playing in the rules of playoff hockey. Not always in the rules, but in the rules of playoff hockey is critical. Have a goalie make a timely save from here and there and score on the power play. The Leafs have done everything that they have needed to do in this series in the first 2 games. Their goalie will eventually come back. It's a big win to get that one under with Woll, but I'm not worried about Florida. They are the champs till they are the champs, and the game is about to go back to Florida. So the Leafs better not turn their brain off. We saw them turn their brain off against the Habs a few years ago. We definitely saw them turn their brain off against the Senators for half a minute there. Do not be the Leafs and turn your brain off. Stay in the game. Stay hungry. Find a way. You just need to win one on the road.